Baja un poquito el... No, está bien. No ha subido ni bajado.
Papá, también dicen niños y niñas, ¿ves? Niños y niños, ¿ves? Pueden jugar después.
De 0,3 Green World.
Mm,
Hi,
Hi, Sara.
hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Happy to hear that. How was your weekend?
Um, so.
Why? What happened?
Um, Wait a moment, please.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi guys.
I think David is doing something, so we can wait a couple minutes to see if Alice and Ezekiel connect to the meeting, and then we can start.
There's Alice.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's here.
I don't know. Hello? Hello? David?
Hi.
Hey, David, is everyone here?
We are missing Ezekiel.
Okay. Have we started or said anything? I don't know how late I'm jumping into this.
Okay, let me. Okay, let's see if Ezekiel connects.
While we're waiting for Ezekiel to jump in, David, do you want to give us a briefing on what the week is going to look like and what kind of work we're going to have to experience? David?
The microphone is open, so I don't know if maybe it's not working. David, we cannot hear you if you are talking.
Yeah, totally can't hear David. I don't know if you're on. Is there a way to check, see if you're texting? I'm on driving mode right now. I'm not driving, but my husband's driving. So my phone won't let me see any text options.
Okay, but he's not writing. I can jump in and let you know what I write about what we need to do this week. So during this week, we are going to see the part of collect and clean the data. So they were two different ideas about what to do. Let me open really quick while David can talk to us. Okay, so week 10. Okay. Gathering and cleaning data. We need to accomplish the outcome. Your team need to come up with your own assignment idea and submit it. Here are some ideas to use as a starting point. The first idea that is suggested is decide which data you are going to gather and merge. Remember, you are going to want to provide a detailed summary of performance, sentiment, and other key factors. Or the second idea is decide which tools to use to gather, clean, and analyze the marketing data. Recall the Excel formula XLOOKUP, pivot tables, and other functions can help you a lot.
Awesome. Ezekiel has now jumped in, so we have everyone. I'm not sure if David is listening, but he's definitely not able, or we haven't been hearing him. Sarah just gave us a little briefing on what this week's work will be. It's about collecting data. Sarah, that's awesome. I have a feeling that moving forward, we're going to repeat a lot of assignments we did, but we're going to use and apply it to the Google merchandise store.
Yeah,
So,
that's exactly what we are going to do.
Yeah. So I think the data that we will want to collect and clean up will probably mesh with maybe the segments that we picked on the 9.1 assignment. Or should it line up with the questions that we asked when we started our analytical plan? Does that make sense?
Tim, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh,
But
there's David.
Yeah, thank you for waiting for me. Okay, thanks, Sarah, for the reading of the instructions for this assignment. Okay. I'm going to share the screen, right?
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay. Okay, team, for this spring planning this week, I was thinking that to shows refer to a tools, for example, the Excel or another tool for this cleaning the data, the data, or what do you think about these 2 points?
Well, I actually, I don't remember if it's at the beginning of this week that Brother Anderson mentioned about like Google Analytics and Excel. So I think the second point is related like what kind of tool we are going to use to analyze the data. And I think we can collect or gather the data according to the segments that we already have, and we can decide to analyze it on Excel. That I think is the easiest one. And just like use different formulas to see specific numbers or KPIs that we want to take into consideration.
Yes. Yeah. Well, our data set or will be the Google Analytics, right? And to this source for us and help us to build the graphics and tables, and we could translate this data in Excel to build another graphics. I don't know exactly that is all the steps we can divide in tasks.
I don't know.
Mm,
I'm having a hard time understanding what you mean. And maybe that's my fault because like I mentioned, I really haven't gotten any time at all to jump in and evaluate the what's expected from us this week. But with the little glimpse that Sarah gave, I feel like we've done whatever whatever we end up doing this week, we've already done the work for something else. So like, I think we're just repeating, right? Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I think that's going to be the moving forward. We're just going to resubmit everything we've done. We'll learn to the first half, but now we're going to submit it as if we are clients of Google Merchandise Store. And if it's the gathering data part, that week we did. Remember when when the teacher gave that long video that talked about analyzing the data and how to do it and all these different tricks on Excel? I think we're just going to have to perform that, but with the Google Merchandise Store and with the segments we chose.
mhm.
So we collect the data from the Google Merchandise Store that concerns the segments we chose, which has anybody went to see which segments we submitted, and are we okay with that? I said that we could, I did it because it was like due pretty soon, and we were all kind of very busy, and so we didn't get together and decide together, but we could change our minds if we wanted to. But did you guys look at the segments I ended up choosing for everybody?
Yeah, are like male users, female users,
Yeah.
user whose age is over 40, user whose age is 39 and younger, users
Mhm.
from the US.
Yeah. I figured that those are pretty basic generic segments to use. And so we'll just collect data. I don't know if we should collect data for all of the segments or just one of the segments. Does it have any clarity on this week's assignments?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. No, in this assignment, it's not mentioned what if we need one or two segments, but I think we can take the first two, like male and female, maybe over 40.
Yeah, it did say, because when you read it out to me, Sarah, you said that we will decide in our own groups what the tasks should be, right?
Mhm.
So what if so do you guys remember that assignment where he had us analyze a bunch of data? We had to answer questions at the end, and he had a video about how to do it where he basically told us all the answers in the announcement part of it. Do you guys remember that?
I'm trying to recall, but I don't.
I think it was in lesson 4, if I want to say, where in the announcements he had a video, he downloaded a video for the announcements where he talks about the assignment, and then like it's a ridiculously long video, and I watched halfway and I was like, this is too long, but then I realized he was giving me the answers to the assignment. So I watched it all the way up to the end, but the assignment was we handed in a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet or the Excel sheet had a bunch of unorganized data,
Okay,
And
yeah,
then the
yeah, yeah. It was week 4.
yeah, week 4. I was right. Is week, oh my goodness. I'm not used to my memory being so sharp. Definitely week 4. So I think we have to do that. That's where we're at. This is cleaning data, gathering cleaning data. This is the assignment we have to submit. But now we submit it for our segments and for the behalf of Google marketing.
Mhm.
So I think we're going to submit this assignment, but it's going to be all brand new data that we're going to get from the segments of Google marketing that we've chosen. And I think, so if David, you're team lead, you're getting all of that prep work and behind the scene work done. And then there's 4 of us, and maybe we can pick 4 segments and we each do our own. Or, oh, 4 out of the 5, or how else do you guys think?
I was thinking about having one of us downloading the information and put this raw data on a tab on Excel, and the 3 of us that are left just analyze one specific segment, to have just one person just gathering the data that all of us are going to use.
I kind of feel like I mean, we can totally go that way, but I feel like it may be a little bit easier if we don't need to wait on someone else to do the work. Like if we just had, like, we just pick out the segments and then we downloaded the data for the segments we chose, and we analyzed that segment, the data on ourselves. So for instance, I could be like, oh, I'll choose everybody in the US, or I'll choose all the females. So I'll go to Google Analytics or the Google Merchandise Store and I'll find all the females. I'll download that and then I'll analyze that based off of the questions. And then we could put it as one page of the Excel sheet. But I mean, that's just what comes to my mind. That's how I envision it. We could consider other things too if you guys want. Like, for instance, you're right, we could have someone download all the data. I don't know, but I don't know. I kind of feel if we had that, I don't know. What's everyone's thoughts?
Yeah, I was thinking, sis Alice, but in the Google Analytics, I was reviewing this part and these segments for the groups, for the in this case male and female that we use for segments, right? This information or data we can find about all the Google merchandise.
Sorry, what was your question?
Oh, I was reviewing this page in Google Analytics for audience,
Right.
in audience and in the groups for females and males users. For example, this in this chart, but I can't see complete the table. Okay. In this table, show us the users, new users, grouping by male or female. This is a group of or data set for this or segment, right?
Yeah, totally. I think that's where we go to find the data. But I think this, yeah, and all the data should be there. I think if we like put in our WhatsApp chat,
Mhm.
like the links of where we, so that everybody knows where to go to find all this data. And then if we assigned in this meeting right now, if we can assign each person a segment,
Mhm.
and then for instance, whatever segment I'm assigned, I'll go into that where the raw data is at Google, and I'll look for my segment, and then I'll put in all the raw numbers, and then I'll analyze it based off of weeks 4. Like I'll go back into week 4 and I'll be like, okay, what did they want? How do they want me to analyze this at week 4? What were some of the questions that I figured here? Excuse me. What are the questions that that we asked last week for our assignment, because we had some of the questions, and then I'll just organize it and analyze it and create a graph or bars or whatever based off of the segment I chose. That way everybody can just submit their a spreadsheet. So like, David, I don't know, are you following? Are you guys agreeing, or should we start brainstorming a different avenue? Because I can't picture anything else unless you guys speak up now.
I'm okay with that idea.
Okay.
Mhm.
David just thank you for that text. He already sent the link to where you can get all the data. You just
Mhm.
have to find. So who wants what segment? So there's males, there's females, there is above 40, younger than 39, and then there's in the US. Does anybody have a preference on what segment they want to analyze?
Yeah, I think that,
Um,
Sarah.
no, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think that we group or collect the data of every segments, right? I remember that later we choose 2 or 1 segment finally, right? And in uh, some segments can be better than another segment that we more data or better graphs or better descriptions for or consulting. I don't know. What do you think?
What we could also do is, instead of each of us get a segment, we could choose 3 segments like you were talking about just now, David. And then the other person, like, I don't know, the other person could evaluate all of our pages and make them look unified, or I don't know. You tell me, guys.
I'm okay with having 4 different segments, and David can just unify or just ask individually to make adjustments to make it look better, or maybe to change something.
Yeah,
but
totally.
I think even if we are going to have less data, let's say for people younger than 39, still we can have an ideas about that specific segment. So I think it's good. Maybe if one segment at the end we discover that we don't have information at all, we can change it or we can do something else, but we can start assigning just for different segments. That's my idea. I don't know.
Totally. I 100%. I think that's a great idea. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, if I got picked, younger than 30, and I'm finding it hard to find that data, then we can change it. We just go back to 9.1 and they have a list of a lot of different other segments that if we want to change our minds to, you can go there for ideas. Or yeah, I agree. We could totally do that. Just as long as two of us isn't doing the same one.
Mhm.
So we'll just have to touch base. If you change yours, just make sure to tell the group, hey, I'm changing it to this, just so that, you know, two people don't change it to the same one and then we have the same data group. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. Jen and Ezekiel, what are your thoughts?
I like that idea better.
Okay. Better than what? Sweet. All right, sweet. So David, do you need anything from us? Do you want to assign it to us and then write it on the sprint plan, or do you want us to know right now and so that we could jump on it and start working? How do you want to do it this week?
Yeah, I'm going to review that or report and put that assignments with like the last sprint plannings. Okay, I don't know exactly with the steps for each one and the tasks that everyone shows.
Okay, I think Ezekiel wrote on the chat that he wants the male segment.
Okay.
I can do the female one.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll do the inside the US one.
I can do 39 and younger.
Okay, perfect. So we have our segments, and then David, you're gonna create the document, right? And then put it on Google Docs, the Excel sheet where we're all gonna put in our own sheets, or we're gonna create our own sheets from there, or you'll create it with our names on it, or the segments that we're taking, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Awesome.
I prepared this Excel sheet.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys.
And David, you were asking about which are the tasks for each one, or what was your question about what to do, or there wasn't any question?
Yeah, in the WhatsApp group, please another idea with this define assignment specifics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you scroll down to see like the description of a member that is not the team lead? Because I think in that one, Alice. Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay. This link for the document I share in the group chat.
okay. But I think some of the specific tasks for this week will be like download and gather the data for the specific segment we were assigned to, create a pivot table with the important or relevant information, and analyze the behavior or something specific about our segment. I think this 3 tasks is what we are going to do this week, and write like a paragraph around 100 words, analyzing our segment. Something like that.
Also, I would look into lesson or week 4 and evaluate that assignment that we submitted. And any instructions there could be uh what, like, for when you want specific details to put in the sprint planning for each of us, like we're going to do this and we're going to do that, you could probably get some of that information in the lesson 4 assignment we submitted with the Excel sheet. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Alice, this is the, I don't know that you see this screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the final Excel sheet for our project, right?
Okay, so that's the Excel sheet for last week's work. I still haven't touched bases with Jennifer. She was supposed to finish the rest and submit it. She told me she hasn't quite done that yet. After this meeting, I'll talk to her separately and we'll get it figured out. I don't
Yeah,
think it was.
I am going to submit it right now. Like I just got home.
Oh, it's okay. Don't, like, let's submit it when we, like, I'll talk to you right afterwards and we can talk about what was done and what needs to be done before you submit it. Because right now, as it stands, it shouldn't be submitted right now because it's not done. So, but that's not the Excel sheet I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Excel sheet that we handed in week 4. There was an assignment with an Excel sheet that we submitted. I can't remember what assignment. Week 4, it was like one of the 0.4 or something, or maybe 0.3.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not that.
Okay. I think it's 4 point, let me see, 4.3.
Yeah, it's the scavenger hunt. That's what it is. So if you look there, you may have the instructions there may be a good source for being more specific on what we need to do, because basically we're going to complete this assignment again, but with our different segments and for Google Merchandise Store.
Mm-hmm.
So this is basically the bone structure of how we're going to complete it. We're probably going to do a little bit of this. So if you review that, you'll probably get a good indicator of like, oh, you need to collect data, you need to create a pie chart or whatever it is. You could probably be more specific based off of this assignment. Does that make sense? I feel like I needed to be at home and I showed them myself. I'm not sure what he's doing. What is he doing?
Then, oh yeah, I find that my report for this an assignment in week 4, the data scavenger hunt, and I was seeing that I create a document and docs and Word was select an data source and select our graphs in Google Merchandise Store. You have similar this or no?
So maybe I'll understand a little bit better if you want to talk in Spanish. If you don't talk very fast, I could understand Spanish. So maybe ask that question again in Spanish, because I'm sure, like, I'm not sure I understood what you meant and what, and it partly it's because it's a little choppy. But I don't understand what you're asking.
Okay, sorry, Sis Alice. I elaborate this document with in week 4, this assignment data scavenger, but I choose a data source in the last in one period and select these graphs for show us the any matrix or any variables. I think that this is similar. We can choose for all segments now.
I see. I'm sorry. I totally understand now. So that's what you submitted for that assignment?
Yeah, this is me. My assignment we sent in this week.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, I guess I just submitted something different and that was a little confusing, but that makes sense. Got it. Did we do any group work this week or that week? Like, was there any group work that we accomplished that week aside from the scavenger hunt?
No, it was individually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so the assignment I submitted as an individual, I submitted a Excel spreadsheet. So in the assignment, it said that you download the Excel spreadsheet, and the download, like when you download it, it has a lot of data. And then it has a different tab that has questions that you answer, right? And that's kind of what I submitted. I deleted the data that was not analyzed, and I just submitted the sheets that was. So I submitted a Word, or not a Word doc. I submitted but I guess you could do it on a Word doc too. You could just transfer all the answers to a Word doc. I just kept it on the Excel sheet. So I'm thinking, I guess we could do this on a Word doc, but I'm thinking it's probably better to submit it on an Excel sheet just because all our data will be there. But I don't know. I guess we could do it any way you want. Like, you just tell me how you want it to be done and explain it on the if you explain it accurately on the not the PowerPoint, the sprint planning, then I'll just follow your instructions and do it the way you want us to do it. That's totally fine. There are several ways to do an assignment or to complete a work. So we could do it whatever way you think is best. And then just put the instructions and make it super specific so that like we all are submitting the same thing because the instructions are pretty good. And then I think it'll like, yeah, if you want it to be on a Word doc, we could do it on a Word doc. Just make sure you very
Maybe
specific on that.
we can work over the same Excel and use the same data because there is a
Yeah.
easy formula to use that is VLOOKUP or SheLOOKUP that helps a lot to, well, to join the
Yeah.
data on the same sheet before maybe create some graphs or maybe only the information is good, I don't know. But
Yeah.
I think Excel is more easy to use than others tools like, I don't know, Google Data Studio or something like that. Excel is better in
Yeah, I kind of
my
think
opinion.
it makes more sense, yeah, because then you can assign different tabs to the different segments. And so you could do like maybe the cover, the front segment or the front tab just be like a little title page, and then the next tab could be the males, and Ezekiel's doing that, and then the next tab could be titled female users, and Sarah's doing that, and then they will work on their own tabs. And I think that that makes it a well organized thing where we're all there, but then at the same time we don't risk ruining each other's work, because a Word document you kind of have to scroll and find your spot, and this is like a lot of data. It's a little messy, so I do think that does make sense. I like that. Is everyone still there?
Yep. So which format are we going to use? Excel or Word at the end?
Your call, David.
I'm going to share a link for Excel sheet of Google Docs.
All right. Perfect.
Awesome.
Okay, so this activity is due. What is the due date? Mhm. 10. The 24th. And that, okay, it's 10 days from now.
Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving?
We don't.
Okay, because that's
At
the
least
week of
not.
Thanksgiving, so that's going to be crazy week.
Oh, okay. So, okay, first we need to submit the team planning, so we get the approval on that. So,
Mhm.
David, when do you think are going to be ready to send that document?
I can ready to tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. Sounds great. I think, as always, we can start working on it previously to the approval, because he actually always approves. So
Yeah.
we can start working on it.
Okay, perfect. I feel like I could finish that up. My goal is to try to finish all of my parts today, because I think November is really crazy for me. I've told you guys that, right? Like 2 kids have a birthday, one last Saturday, one today. So I'm preparing another party, and I host church. It's crazy. It's crazy. So it only gets crazier. I'm going to try to do it all today, because it's mayhem. But I think that sounds good. Is there anything else you need from us, David?
Okay. For this activity, we can consider amount of days similar of the last or assignment. 2 days to do.
Okay, so do you mean to have it done for the 17th? Because you are submitting tomorrow, and to have it done for the 17th or the 18th?
Yeah.
That works for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Ezekiel and Jennifer, what do you guys think? Okay.
Jennifer says that works for her. Awesome. Awesome. I'm assuming that should be fine for Ezekiel. David, if you need any, I think you got this. I think it should be self-explanatory, the sprint planning. Yeah, Jennifer has to leave right now. But if you need any, or if you have any questions, I think Sarah or I, or anybody, just ask the group. I think we're all in this together. We help each other. So let us know if there's any questions you may have. But I think you got it. Unless, do you feel like, how do you feel?
Yeah. Thanks.
Awesome. Okay, I have to jump out, and I do need to touch bases with Jennifer, and she's just jumped out. Dang it. So, if there's anything else, reach out. I try my best to reply fast, but otherwise I need to go talk to Jennifer, because we have to submit the other one. I thought she was like, I did everything, and then I said, Jennifer, you got the rest, right? And she said she did, but it looks like nothing was done. So let me go chat with her and get that submitted, so we don't get a late on that.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
I will stay here just a couple of minutes more if David needs anything.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. I love working with you guys.
Bye.
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 David, do you need something? Do you go through the sprint planning thing together?
Yeah.
Okay, so please share your screen and we can look at it.
Yeah. You can access the document by this
It's true. It's true.
collaborative document.
Okay. Perfect. Let me open it. Okay. I have to download the app because I'm on the cell phone, but it's halfway.
Sarah, let me know if you are in this document.
Okay. Ta-da-da. Yes, I am. Okay, so the first part, organize participants. We already have that part. List the learning outcome for this week.
Mhm.
Okay, so in this one, we can erase this part.
Mhm.
Oh no, it was correct, wasn't it?
This sentences is the last assignment.
Merchandise.
Oh yeah, this is this part now.
Okay, company, our sprint task.
It would be gather and cleaning data for the merchandise, right?
For the Google merchandise. Okay, so the company find is to gather and analyze, I will say. Is to gather and analyze for the Google merchandise segments.
Mhm.
Segments of audience, of customers. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay,
Mm.
how you will say it? Our sprint target is where is to gather, analyze data. Okay, let's say data for merchant for our selected Google merchandise segments and analyze their behavior. Okay. Something that I do is always like to copy and paste this on Grammarly to see that everything is correct and makes sense. So maybe at the end you want to do something like that. Okay, so in here, chosen segments, we can erase this one because no one selected. Oh, female. I erase myself. Okay. Okay. Download, create table, select important. Okay, define assignments, specific. So you are going to change here your name. So the name of Alice for your name to have you as the lead here. We are going to put team lead. So you are going to get the teamwork on time. Help member. Okay, group members. Through the process of how to know the process of collect and analyze the data. Let's see, assemble, and now let Excel for the group to work on and deliver our project. That can stay. Create the sprint plan. Yes. Facilitate the process of the sprint. That's perfect. Work with and encourages team members who may need additional assistance. Yes. Proofread the final submission and collaborate with the team as any changes need to be made. Before the due date of November, I said 24th, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we can, okay, so let's go here. I'm going to put the name of Alice because it's the one that is supposed to be here since you are on top. Will you, the cell name,
Sarah,
okay, what is the?
Sarah, please, in the point 3, the articulate the purpose of the assignment.
Yes,
The segment users from the US, let's use or no?
the users from US, yeah, that works that way. So that one is the one for Alice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So I was remembered that do you say about the tasks to each segment in the point 4? I don't know, remember exactly what do you say.
Oh, okay. So we are under Alice. So what it says, we'll use the cell name. You have to change the name for the one of the document you sent to us. I don't remember, or so if you can create really quick the Excel document and give it a name, you can put the name instead of analytic plan here.
Okay. In this part for the I see that steps of tasks to each segment: download, create, select important data, and the segment, I would say, I don't know, remember that you explain.
Oh, this part that say that
Yeah.
for each segment?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you need to put on point 4 under each person. It doesn't need to go on. Okay, let me read. Articulate the purpose of assignment. This should describe how learners will demonstrate an understanding of the concept studied this week. Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, so this part of chosen segments and tasks to each segments are going to be on point 4. In point 3, we need to say what are we going to learn and what activity we are going to do in order to show what we learned and the things we did. So an example could be this week through a pivot table and some analysis of the data about a specific segment assigned to each member, we are going to see we are going to analyze the behavior of how users approach to the Google merchandise or something like that.
Okay, right. Thanks. Yeah, right.
Don't worry. Okay, so that is going to be on point 3. And on point 4, okay, we already have the one for you. Let's see the one that says Alice. Okay, so here you are going to create the name and we'll use to fill out what is the topic of Alice. Is users from the US. Okay, so it's going to be users from the US. Tab, because that is the tab she's gonna use, and question that should be considered. Okay, so what do you think we need to do? So we are going to download the specific information, and then do you think we need to answer some specific questions inside the Excel, or do you think we just need to like analyze and put the outputs of that?
I think that is like output, right?
Okay, and we'll analyze the relevant information and we'll analyze the relevant information from the data. You can change it, it's just to have like an idea of what we are going to do. Okay, we are not going to do what it says here in the second point, so we can directly erase it. Okay, here we'll download data about her specific segment and create a pivot table to organize the data. Okay, this one, David, you can change it to the first point because this is first to download the information. And second, we'll use the Excel. Then write 3, okay, write, how many conclusions do you want us to write? Do you think 1 or 2?
Maybe 2, right?
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. So write 2. Reflections. Let's see. Of let's say 70 words. Analyzing the data. The type of writing needed will be clear and concise, so we can keep that part. So here we need to change the name. We'll answer the basic questions. I think this part is good, always to have it, like to have additional questions. So what kind of questions besides the analyze part do you think we can answer? for each segment.
In this part, not graphic yet, right?
No, we have not. Even if I don't know, no, we don't have graphics here.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me sure. Okay, I'm going to write one that may work. That could be like what? No, which one? Oh gosh. Okay. Which product is the best seller for this segment? What do you think?
Yeah.
That could work?
Yeah. It's good question. Relation with our products.
And what other question do you think we can answer while analyzing the data?
It would be the mean or way to find this product.
Okay. So you mean the channel, or let me see what your
channel or
okay. So which channel is used the most to buy the items by this segment? Okay, that works.
Yeah.
Okay, so answering this question will explain the goal. No, so we can erase this part. Answering this question will lead the analysis. And we agreed on submitted everything previously to the 29th or 28th. What do we say? 28th?
The deadline is 24.
So the due date is the 24th, but we are going to have it previously to that date, so you can review it and see if we have like something to improve. So I think we can say that this needs to be completed before the 28th midnight to allow time to review, edit, and submit before the 24th.
Yeah.
Okay, so here with Alice, what you need to do is to copy her topic. So I'm going to contribution. So here, her topic, users from the US. And what you need to do with the rest of the team members is just to put in front what is the specific topic they are going to look at. And in here, just change the pronouns. An example for Ezekiel is not going to be her, but he. And just changing, copy and paste the information that you already have for Alice. And that's it.
Yeah, correct.
And just, okay, erase this part in point 3 that you are not going to use and articulate the purpose of the assignment that we don't have it yet. And review this point 2 if it's correct. And that will be it.
Okay, correct, perfect, Sarah. Thanks.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks,
So let
Sandra.
me know if you need anything. Talk to you later.
Yep. Okay, thanks.
Bye. Have a good night.
Have a good night.